Listen, man, I'm ready to rise. I'm tired of being locked up in this cage. I'm tired of being locked up in this cell. Can't you see it in me, yeah? I'm ready to rise, y'all. Yeah, I'm ready to rise. Check this one out, y'all. Yeah. From the slums of the ghetto shores, from prison lockdowns, to my emotional struggles of incarceration written down on paper in bookstores. Can't you see it in my walk, talking eyes that I'm ready to rise? You can talk about my past, the character slips I've had, it won't last. Hey man, what's up y'all? This JD with Redemption Kings. Man, today man, I want to talk about the visiting park. That chain gang visiting park. See, the visiting park is a place where everybody come and they relax. You know what I'm saying? You get away from officers, even though they be out there. They usually put the sweet officers out in the visiting park. You know what I'm saying? Your family come see you. You can hug your children. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff going on out there in the visitor park. Man, people playing games. You know what I mean? You catching up. You got 6 hours with your old lady. It's beautiful. But then, you know, you got degrees to the visitor park. Because the visitor park is where, I ain't saying everything going on at, but it got its place as well. You feel me? I got a story I want to tell y'all about, 5 of my partners. See, I ain't having had no heart to do this here, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the chain gang, dudes got to have heart to do this type of stuff. You feel me? The first story I want to talk about how my dogs got caught up in the visiting park, man. Now, this was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes had it going on. Now, check this out. One year, all of us go to the visiting park. Now, I had a lucky spell where I had got to go, like, 1 week, skip one, the next week, skip one, the next week. So I'm frequently going to the visiting park, eating, I'm hanging out, I'm doing my thing. So my dog was like, man, you ain't got no old lady to come up here? I'm like, man, I want to have an old lady to come up here, believe that, but, I'm working back there. You feel me? I don't need nothing out here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's restrictions out here in this visiting park. Back there ain't no whole bar. So he was like, okay. He said, man, but if you ever get an old lady up here, you know what I'm saying? Let us know, man. You can get off, right? So I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, man, we got you. So I'm like, you got me. So the next week I was up there, I'm checking them out, right? I'm checking how they move, because if I do get an old lady, you know what I'm saying? I don't want us to get cased up going up here. And I'm going to tell you what they talking about getting cased up about. So I'm at my table with my mama. We eating, whatever. So I tell her, I said, listen, mama, I said, let's go outside. Let's go outside, catch some air. It's cold up in here. Because my old girl was kind of older. So when we go outside, you know what I'm saying? I get a corner table facing away from the camera. You know what I'm saying? So I can see everything coming towards me. So I see my dogs and them out there over there to the cut, right? I see my dogs over there cut. I'm checking out. They like, what's up, Jay? What's up? Now they got their babies and they women over there. They doing their thing. I'm like, man, what's up, boy? So about 30 minutes go by. And a couple of the dudes form a circle around one of my partners. Now, this is out of view of the camera. Now, you got him, his old lady, another dude, and his old lady, and my dog behind her. Listen to me. My dog behind her tearing his old lady up. I'm talking about, listen to me. I'm talking about tearing her up. Now, you got kids coming in and out. You got older people up in there. Man, these niggas ain't singing that job. It's no, listen, it's no old bars. I'm checking them out. I'm like, man, these niggas in, excuse my French, I'm saying these cats, they in, live view. Man, I mean, what they got going on? They in live view. So I'm like, man, I ain't no way. If I had an old lady, but let me tell you something, man. That junk don't matter when you got life sentences. When you in prison and you got all that time, you know what I'm saying? You don't care. You trying to get it the best way you can. And that's how them dudes in that thought. You feel me? Number one, in 1993, and I know a lot of y'all wasn't old enough for this here, but in the chain gang, they used to give the inmates an opportunity to get black tail, these sex books. You understand what I'm saying? So these dudes used to get these books, they used to order all kind of stuff in. And they used to go in the bathroom and handle their business. You know what I'm saying? They go in the bathroom, they handle their business, they come out, you know what I'm saying? The pressure gone. Then they started getting women to come work at the institutions. And so when the women start seeing the books, they scream, that girl got her legs wide. I don't want to walk by an inmate and see him with a book open with this girl legs wide open, and he look over here at me, and then he might start thinking that about me. So you know what the administration did? They took all the books out the chain gang, man. They took all. Now, in other states, you can get conjugal visits with your wife. You feel me saying, if you married. But in Florida, you ain't getting none of that. Ain't no books. The only thing that you got to look at is female. Them dudes jacking off on every female they see. And that's what you call gunning. They gunning everything. They knocking them down, shooting them out the sky, shooting them out the tower, everything. I mean, you go in there, you see, you feel what I'm saying? And it catalysts from the books leaving. See, everybody ain't got sound minds. Everybody ain't in there trying to live right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody there trying to, deal with their situations. They trying to, release the pressure of their situation. Drugs, books, phones, fighting, gang wars. It's all kind of stuff going on. But I believe that visiting part, was an scapegoat. But let me tell you this here. So my dogs and them, they in there, they doing their thing. They rotating. Each of them getting off. They rotating. You know what I'm saying? But the people out there, they ain't saying nothing. The reason why they ain't saying nothing, because maybe, they might want to get off with their old man one day, and they don't want nobody to hate on them. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want nobody. But then again, you get some old people in there, right? And they see what's going on. They may be like, hey, man, look at them kids. Look what they doing in front of all these people and blah, blah, blah. And they are right. Because these dudes don't care. You feel what I'm saying? It's just the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? When you get in prison, everything goes. You know what I'm saying? If you can get off, you can get off. Now, I know y'all wonder, where the officers at and all of this here? But in prison, in Florida prisons, y'all, it's as short as in officers. Absolutely. So when you get your tail beat by one of these inmates, the officers ain't gonna always run around and find you fast enough. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody gotta come time run and go get them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be too late. That's why you gotta know how to handle your business ahead of time. So in a visitor park, you got people, they eating a sandwich, they drinking a soda, and right in the corner, girl getting aired out. You understand what I'm saying? So one particular day, the police come through. And when they come through, I'm looking at my partner, I'm like, man, y'all better take it easy. So when the police come through, they peep something. You know what I'm saying? So now they sit. They like, man, this don't look right. So we gonna sit, we gonna plant. And I'm gonna act like I don't see, but I'm gonna be looking and seeing what's going on. So they planted for about 45 minutes. Dude went back to what they was doing. They ain't had no sex with the old lady. They went back to doing what regular people in the visitor park do. You know what I'm saying? They eating, they laughing with their people. As soon as the officer get up and leave, guess what? They back to it. So an old lady left. We seen her get up and go. But what she did was, and how I know this is because I know her grandson who she came to visit. So she went out, got in her car, got on the phone, called back to the institution, and told the captain them, listen, I can't even go and enjoy my grandson. I got to go out there and see these here having sex. I mean, they're in the buck on the. I mean, these dudes off the chain, right? So I'm laughing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in my mind, I'm in the world at the time. My mind, I'm like, man, I hope them niggas get off, because I'm thinking about, okay, you know what I'm saying, when I can bring, or who I can bring up here, so I ain't had those years, you feel what I'm saying? So at this time, I had just gotten to the Bay, and I had not met the girl out of the room yet. So I was trying to get it how I get it. You feel what I'm saying? I was trying to work backwards. But let me tell y'all something, man. As we hit the pound, my dogs and them, they rap with me. They like, boy, I'm telling you, man, we doing our thing, man. You might as well get an old lady up here and y'all can hang out. Man, listen, while he was telling me this, the police was going to pick up his homeboy. The lady went and told the police what had happened, what she had seen, and they went and rolled back the cameras. Now, they couldn't see them actually having sex, but they seen the movement. Everybody know what circumstantial evidence is. You ain't actually did it, but we can piece two and two together to make it you. And that's what they did, man. They came and got them one by one. Now, check this out, y'all. We had an incentive camp. We had an incentive camp. You know what I'm saying? So that one DR, you out of there. Ain't no coming back to the compound. It's over. You know what I'm saying? So them dudes threw them, and they dudes tossed them as high as church of chicken when they put batter on it. And they tossed them boys. You feel what I'm saying? All of them went in. But that ain't the end to the tales of what goes on in the visitor park. You understand what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something, man. This one thing that, you know, I ain't never seen before. I seen a dude come in and give a dude 5 ounces. I already knew the play. Give a dude 5 ounces, right? The dude went in the bathroom and there was no more 5 ounces. So I'm like, damn, what he did with this? What he did with all that dope? Dude hadn't cuffed it. I'm talking about back there. You feel what I'm saying? But see, listen, the police is up on that now. You know what I'm saying? They got x-ray machines. They got all kind of stuff. Hey, bend over and squat. We finna put a light back there. They add everything that you got going on. But let me tell you something. This particular story got to do with my dog. He had came in there and he had came up. He had got all kind of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And when he came back out to the table, everything was quick. He hadn't packed it. He hadn't did what he had to do. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I don't agree with that at all. But everything goes in the chain gang. I keep telling y'all. Now, you got some dudes that smooth. They get mules to come down there and they pay to do that. But then you got dudes that don't want everybody in their business. And they willing to take the pain. Something that I would definitely not do. You understand what I'm saying? Because when that jump busts in you, then what's up? Then you sick and you die. You don't know what them dudes. Them dudes got hard, soft, or heroin, or reefer. You know what I'm saying? But this particular day, check this out, man. Listen, it get close to about 2:30. Visitors park in at 3 o'clock. You know, they might let you go a little bit older, but if it ends at 3 o'clock, it's from 9 to 3. So you get a little bit with your people. So this particular day, right, they got the dogs out in the parking lot. Now, if anybody know about chain gang, when you come in, yeah, you park in that parking lot, we gonna come with the dogs, we gonna let them sniff around your car. Now, if they sit down on you, we gonna get the officers in the visitor park to call you out here and let you and tell you we need to check your car. That happens plenty of times. Hey, man, we shaking down your car. The dog got a hit on it. Now, you know, people smoke weed out here. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to the chain gang smoking no weed. I don't care if you out here. Because guess what they going to do? Soon as they smell it on you, they might not lock you up because you got a car. But your loved one, they putting under investigation. Because they don't know if you got it to him or not. You feel what I'm saying? So, this particular day, the dogs hit on my dog, people caught that brought him the stuff. Because I don't know if they was out there bagging it up before they brought it in. You know what I'm saying? But the smell was there. So when the police came and the dog sat down on the car, they seen who it was. You know what I'm saying? So in the mix of them about to call and get this dude, this woman to come out here and open up a car so they can shake him down, listen, they brought the dogs into the visitor park. Because it's almost over. It's 2:30. You feel me? They brought the dogs in the visitor park and he went right to my man. Sat right down on him. You know what I'm saying? So when the dog sat down on him, my dog like, oh man, it's over. Now this dude got 5 ounces rolled up. And he got like, I think 2 or 3 in his. And he got another partner working with him that got about 2 in his. You understand what I'm saying? But they ain't going nowhere. Because the dogs just sat down on them. You know what I'm saying? Now, when the dog said, the police like, hey, get up. Come back here into the, because before we go into the visitor park, we got to change. They strip us out. You know what I'm saying? The squat, cough, and pull your cheeks apart. All that's going on. So when they take them 2 back there, the girl who brought the stuff for the dude is nervous. You can see her. She nervous. She like, oh my God. No, dude, he cool as a cucumber. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he gonna go in there and whatever he got going on. But she telling on him. And she ain't telling on him by just talking. She telling on him with her actions. She nervous. She moving. I'm like, man, won't the girl just calm down? You know what I'm saying? Because this don't just affect them. It affect all of us too. Now they finna be shaking us down. They're gonna have my people out there stretched out. Everything going down because of this visiting park. So they hit. They do. You see the dude coming out with handcuffs on him. He don't even try to run. He gone. You know what I'm saying? So the girl up there, they talking to her. Hey, how this dude get this? Did you bring it to him? Blah, 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 blah. She like, no, blah, blah, but she done went to crying, all kind of stuff, right? So the visitor part crying, so they take her out because they don't want nobody in their business. But we done heard through the grapevine, yeah, they put her in the back of the patrol car and they drove her off too. You understand what I'm saying? Now let me tell y'all something, man. I try not to knock another man hustle, especially under those circumstances, because you're trying to survive. You feel me? But it's a way to survive, man, and it's a way to survive. Listen, you know, for those who's going to the chain gang right now, y'all might not agree with me. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say this here. Do not put your family, man, under the gun with that type of stuff. These people that's out there taking care of you, that's sending you money, that's coming to visit you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, check this out. Girl went to the county jail. He get transferred. She ain't coming to see him no more. She probably got babies and everything on the street, and she done lost everything because she dealt with a dude that didn't know how to move. Now you see what I'm talking about. You feel me? That visitor park is beautiful, but it can also be corrupt if you let it. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out. I love the visitor park. My people never come see me faithfully. And I ain't gonna never try them enough to where, you know, I can never see them again. See, it all comes down to this, man, at the end of the day, man. You got to trust God. You feel me? And I wanted listen, I wanted to have sex bad. And I eventually got off. You feel what I'm saying? Not in the visitor part, but in other situations. Not with no punks, with females. Believe that. So, see, listen, in the chain gang, it's going to always be pressure on every level. You know what I'm saying? But you still got to handle yourself accordingly. You can't let that stuff get to you like that. You understand what I'm saying? And plus, you know, you respect your family because they the one that's pouring into you. They the one that's coming to see you every week. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody hustling on what they do. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to find a way to do it better, baby. Listen, y'all, I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. JD out. And trust God. We all are trying to be redeemed. Am I right? Because I'm king about mine. Be blessed.